Hey guys, welcome back. Willie Creeman here, touching on the last team in the NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys. They finished at 12-5, first in the division, but they lost in the divisional round to Green Bay. Just a super disappointing end to the season, right? Like, not just disappointing in them losing, but also keeping McCarthy. Like, I know a lot of people hate on him, and I'm not that big of a McCarthy hater, but I just think they needed a change of the guard there. And I just the way they got beat up at home by Green Bay was just embarrassing. And you have to think as you look at this team, this has to be Dak and McCarthy's last chance to be able to try to get it done together, or one of them or both of them are leaving. They were quiet in free agency, but they have a lot of guys to pay. I know a lot of fans were upset about how they haven't gone out and spent money. They've got to pay their own guys a lot of money, and they don't have room to be able to go out and go on shopping sprees. So, I'm slightly concerned about CeeDee Lamb not going to the voluntary workouts, but I think a deal's going to get worked out. I think very similar to JJ, he and Chase and Lamb are all kind of just waiting to find out what the rest of the market determines they should get paid. So he's being very patient with that, but I just think you need to pay the man. Like, he's produced big time for you. On defense, the question's going to be like they had a great defense last year, but Dan Quinn was a big reason of that. And with him gone now, and also in the division as a head coach, how is this defense going to respond? They should have Diggs back, which is definitely going to help. Also, having Micah Parsons is a very, very big deal. But they released Van Der Esch, they released Gallup. I felt like Dallas got worse ever since they traded away Amari Cooper, and this was a few years ago, right? Like, their defense has gotten much better, but I just feel like they've gotten worse as a team. Think back, since Amari Cooper was traded, I remember watching a game in Phoenix where Amari Cooper went off for like 2, 3 touchdowns in a game, and then 2 weeks later he gets traded, and I'm thinking to myself like, okay, yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I thought it was a great team with him there. I'm really shocked to see him gone, and then ever since then, I just feel like they've been on a steady decline. I don't know. It just seems like the same narrative every year for them, like either Super Bowl or bust. And I just feel like Jerry kind of sets that narrative for them. Maybe it needs to be a change up top for that to change for them. But their biggest free agent addition was Jordan Lewis. Listen, he's a solid slot corner, and I just think that's going to help form possibly one of the best trios in terms of the defensive backfield in the NFL with Diggs and Bland there, who are both all pro caliber cornerbacks. So the worst free agent addition that they had, I think, was Eric Kendricks. And listen, he's 32. He's a bit past his prime, but he's just not the guy I was thinking to replace Van Der Esch. Like, I really, really thought they were going to bring in Wagner. Just sad to see that happen, but I do understand Wagner going to want to play with Dan Quinn. I definitely see that. So I just think it's going to be an uphill battle for them with Eric Kendricks there. In the draft, they took Tyler Guyton in the first round, and listen, I didn't really care about the remainder of the draft. They didn't take a running back. They needed one. Yeah, I know they signed Zeke right after the draft, but they don't need an aging running back. They needed a young one, and they had plenty of opportunities at multiple points in the draft to draft a good running back, and they just didn't do it. I'm just hoping they get it figured out. I got a lot of friends that are Cowboy fans, and I hope they get it figured out for you guys this year.